In the last video, we talked about reflection and reflecting on your goals. Another thing that I really want you guys to look out for is burnout. As I said time and time again, and you know this as well, you're a busy dad, you're a busy dude, you have a lot going on. And if you go all the time without any self-care, without any reflection, you're gonna burn out, and burnout has some terrible things psychologically as well as physically, and we are going to avoid that at all costs. If you do feel like you're burning out, the first thing you need to do is recognize it. This is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign that your body and mind need attention. We're going to acknowledge it, we're going to fix it, and then we're going to work on preventing this from happening again. The number one thing for fixing burnout is prioritizing self-care. Efficiency is fantastic and getting things done is great, but not at the cost of your health or well-being. This is why we talk about setting those self-care activities in your planner throughout the week or the day. That way you can take time for yourself. I know as men, we just want to pump out our chest and feel like nothing can affect us mentally or physically, but it happens, even to the best of us. This is also why it's important to set realistic goals. You need to avoid overfilling your plate as well. Stop saying, I'm going to accomplish this and that, and I'm going to fit all this into 24 hours and nothing's going to stop me. Because I promise if you continue to do this over and over again, burnout will happen. You need to look at the big tasks that you have and break them down into smaller tasks as we talked about before. You also need to delegate when certain milestones should happen. I talked about cutting your deadlines in half, but if your deadline is already at like a reasonable spot, cutting in half again and then again is probably not the best idea. For example, if you want to lose 30 pounds in a month, that's probably unrealistic. It's just not going to happen unless you are planning on starving yourself. You also need to realize that everything is about progress and progression and not perfection. We talked about learning to say no. This is something that I've personally gone through, my wife has gone through. We say yes to everything, or at least we used to, and we had so much on our plate, and with the businesses going on, it was just too much, and we had the burnout thing going on, and it was just not good at all. I promise that this will affect your health and every aspect of your life. You need to learn to set boundaries. Don't forget to set breaks. Breaks are not a luxury, they're a necessity. You need to take breaks. Take a step away from your work, stretch, refresh, get a snack, a healthy snack, whatever the case may be, and then come back to your work. You also need to make a clear distinction between work and personal time, as we talked about. If you confuse the two and continue to have them overlap, you're going to feel like you're never getting anything done, and that you're going to feel constant burnout or rush feeling that you are just going. Turn off notifications, resist the urge to check emails after hours, and just focus on yourself, your family, be with them, and have that quality time. As we talked about, you need to cultivate certain habits that are going to give you that self-care, such as working out, reading, whatever the case may be. This is just going to help prevent burnout. One of the best things that's going to help you with burnout as well is having that mindful practice. Having that mindfulness of what's going on, what you're doing. Are you actually spending your time on something you enjoy? Are you having the self-care that you need? Just physically think about it. Another great thing for burnout is to get quality sleep. Make sure that you're actually getting anywhere from 7 to 8 hours of sleep. These people who say, I only sleep 4 hours, that's cool and all, but ultimately that's going to kill you. Anyway, I hope that I gave you everything that you need to, I hope that I give you all the tools you need to potentially avoid burnout, because we do not want that. I highly suggest you look up the signs and make sure that this is never going to happen to you, because this is not a good state to be in. I've been there and it sucks. Well, anyway, this is the last video in our course.